Morning, it's Tracy here from the Wildlife Garden. Thought I'd take a little video today. I haven't taken one for a while. It's the first morning I've woke up and you can really feel that autumn feel. Robin singing, and it's misty. It's about 14 degrees. It's Sunday morning. Everything's covered in moisture. It's quite misty. Pan round, you can see even the houses next door, and the hill in the distance can't be seen. Yeah, proper autumn morning. Yesterday was a beautiful day. I worked all day in the garden. I've been replanting new plants and planting new plants and cutting back a large dog rose that's been in need of rejuvenation for a while. And as most of the hips had gone already, I thought it would be a good opportunity to take it down a little bit. So hopefully it'll be beautiful next year. We've just come out of one of the hottest summers recorded, I believe. I know it's done a bit of damage to my garden. I had a lot of scorch. Funniest, strangest thing is the oak tree. I'll come over and show you the oak tree. My oak tree's in a pot. I grew it from an acorn. It lost all its leaves. It didn't take to it at all, the heat. But now, it's the beginning of autumn. I'm not sure if you can see. If I bring that down, I'm not sure if it's focusing with this light. It's shooting new leaves, which probably won't be much use to it now as we're going into the middle of September. But you can see all the new buds coming. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Trees have been here a long time. I think they've coped with more than one hot summer. So let's pan round and head down the garden. You can see some of the changes. There's been one quite big change, and I'll explain why. I don't usually change my garden much, but I think that you'll see the reasoning for it in a moment. And let's go through the Montana Arch. As we step through here, that's the dog roses on the right hand side. It's still got ivy on it, so it's not completely bare, but I took the top off. It was above my neighbour's strange shed. And excuse me, there are some shoots still on, so hopefully it'll start sprouting from the bottom a bit, or from the middle at least, so that it's not quite just so top heavy as it was. That's what I was working on all day yesterday. And then I'm going to turn around and you can see what's happened here. I've got a big area. For those of you who've seen some of my videos, I know there was a large shrub here, very dominant, reached right up to the apple tree. So quite a height. There's the bench, so you can imagine how high it grew. It did have yellow flowers on, which, yes, bees enjoyed, but it dominated so much, so you can probably see the seedlings coming through. As the lights hit the ground, these are all forget-me-not seedlings I can see at the moment, but I've also put some other kinds of seeds down, wildflower seeds. The lungwort's coming up, and it was looking quite rough last year at the end of the summer, so I've sort of given it a top coating of compost, and everything's freshening up. The cyclamen are coming through, and I've spotted some more cyclamen coming up that I hadn't seen for a while. I think the light's encouraging them, so hopefully I'll have a nice spread of cyclamen, and I'm going to get some bulbs, obviously, and put some bulbs in. So it's going to be a wildflower area. I think it's such a big area to have been dominated by one large shrub. I do have my raspberries here, so I think there's a couple of raspberries I might move over to the main bed of raspberries. But yeah, so a new planting area. I'm really excited about it for next year or in the spring. See what comes up and and get planting in there. Carry on down the garden. There's the remains, some of the remains of the the work I was doing yesterday. Ponds eventually topped up. It's been quite low most of the summer. I didn't actually top it up. I have got water buds, but I actually left it. It's quite deep in the centre. It's a good metre deep, I should think, in the centre. So it never lost all of its water. But it's topped up nicely now. The frog was serenading me as I was chopping up the remains of the rose last night in there. Lots of bare patches now. Under there, I've also removed Mombretia. Not Mombretia? Not Mombretia. I've said Mombretia. Can't think of the name of it. It's a sort of long plant with orange flowers. Cocrosmia. It's gone out my head. Cocrosmia. It's very old, the Cocrosmia here. And I think with Cocrosmia you have to rejuvenate that also by taking the top ones off and digging the old crowns up and replanting. I'm not sure. It's quite a rigmarole. But again, I'm going to be putting some different plants there or some more pots. So that fern's lovely, and there's another little potted fern at the back. They did suffer a little bit in the heat, but they'll recover. The roses have completely gone crazy. All those shoots at the top, I knew I cut it all back about a month ago, and now they've all shooted again. So that's my job today, to take those all off. It's a lovely thick dense rose now though, and that flowers in about February. I don't know the name of it. I got it from a fair. Went to the Wildlife Trust fair, and it's a sort of just a lovely creamy rose, tiny rose when it comes. Smells lovely. All the leaves are dropping off the Jerusalem sage. In this pot, I'm hoping this clematis will club for the fence. It's a winter flowering clematis, so I'm hoping that will be in flower later on. All the berries appearing on the shrubs. It's looking really good. Move my wheelbarrow down. I'm going to put some more soil in that today and plant some bulbs in that. Yeah, so that's the top end of the garden. All misty and quiet. No one up yet, as it's Sunday morning. An aeroplane passing over to spoil the quiet. I'm going to keep going. Everything else is the same. I haven't really. I did miss something actually. I've replanted again. I've removed some Cocosmia. It's hardly flowers, so it's not providing any nectar really. So I've planted some. I've altered this little border here, and I've put 2 daisy type flowers in. Oh no, not daisy. One's like a Cocosmia, I think, and not Cocosmia. Terrible with names. I just plant things. I don't really register names. But anyway, there we go. There's 2 new plants there. They get quite tall. One's a daisy, one's a spire, with white flowers on. Which I've got down the bottom of the garden. Yes, I'm hoping that late autumn, early autumn, we'll have flowers here, because normally, I think my garden lacks flowers at this time of year. Although there's still plenty. The ivy's just coming into flower, which helps. The plant that took the biggest bashing in the heat was the Acer. It's looking not so great, but there's all buds. I've checked it, and there's all buds ready for next year, so it'll be fine. Looks like it's in its autumn colour now, but it's looked like that since the height of the heat. lovely and quiet. Yeah, everything just slowly closing down, but new things appearing ready for next year that self-seed. When you look at the low down at the borders, all these new plants ready for spring next year to start growing. This teasel, forget-me-nots. I think there's a lot of seeds appeared here. Geranium, all sorts. It's that desperate, everything going. I'm sort of thinking, oh, I can't wait for next year. The cosmos is doing fine, and the berries on there are beautiful. Look at that. Hoping they'll provide good food in the winter. Wonder what kind of winter we'll have. Fragments of the ragwort there. Yeah, just I think the quiet morning sums up the quiet garden. There are a couple of bees about. I've seen a couple of carder bees already. They're so hardy. They were out till just before I went in last night, just before it got dark. And they were the first out. I did top off the fuchsia here, you wouldn't believe it, and gave it a good topping, and then it's come back brilliantly. And as soon as the warmth starts coming, another couple of degrees up, it's about 14 degrees now, this will be humming with honeybees. It's absolutely alive with them. Yeah, and this one too, and the Russian sage. It's been buzzing with carder bees, lots of carder bees. I think I just heard a bee then. Yeah, this is well worth getting. It flowers right up to the last minute of the weather, till the first frost comes. There you go. There's a bee up there already. Yeah, carder bees, both carder bees. The buddleia didn't do great this year on its last legs. It has flowered and there's one or two little flowers left on it, but so to compensate for that we painted the shed. We treated the shed. It's now green. We have I took a cutting down by the canal. There was a buddleia. I took some cuttings and they've done really well. I've repotted those yesterday into the next size pot. So I've got buddleias ready for a different one. It is a yellow one, but it's like a tight bright yellow pom-pom buddleia. I need to find the name that I probably can't remember anyway. But I write them in my diary, so they're all in my garden diary recorded. I cut back this clematis. It was in terrible state. It looked like it got clematis wilt, and this is all suddenly coming to bud too. Whether it'll have a chance to open, I believe we're going to get some cool nights starting next week. There's a display of succulents, they're all doing brilliantly there. Although this isn't a succulent, this one here, but and I've started putting some bulbs in. I don't know if you can see that, but that's chicken wire, because the squirrels do eat the bulbs, so chicken wire to prevent them digging them up and eating them. Another one there. Yeah, Black-eyed Susan doing well there. Repotted my strawberries as it got old. That one's flowered as well. I might get one more strawberry. The fruit this year, from the raspberries right through to the blackberries, have been incredible. A really good fruit year. Just need to pick some apples now. Okay, so an autumn catch-up, well, beginnings of autumn catch-up. I hope you're all well, and perhaps do a video again soon. Turn around and you can see the expanse of the garden. You can see there's still plenty of colour there, but not enough. We need more for the bees, especially those hard-working carder bees. Okay, take care everyone. See you soon. Bye.